Scaloni says many people are hoping to see Argentina fail, while insisting the refereeing decisions against Egypt did not work in his team's favor. Switzerland's head coach believes his players have what it takes to eliminate Argentina and book a place in the World Cup semifinals. Meanwhile, the UEFA president has addressed Lionel Messi's remarkable performance, as well as the growing accusations surrounding Argentina. Before we begin, tell us your prediction for the Argentina versus Switzerland clash in the comments below. And if you're a Messi fan who doesn't want to miss the latest updates, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Lionel Scaloni, Argentina's manager, admitted that plenty of people would like to see the reigning world champions fall during the 2026 World Cup. Speaking ahead of the quarterfinal against Switzerland, Scaloni said Spain deserved its victory, despite facing a difficult challenge. He also praised France, saying they had demonstrated their superiority and continued to perform at an exceptionally high level. As for Argentina, he explained that the team is in a positive period, regardless of what happened in the match against Cape Verde. According to him, one major advantage over the squad that competed in Qatar is that these players now understand what it means to be world champions. That experience has given them greater confidence, allowing them to play without feeling overwhelmed by responsibility or pressure. Scaloni also spoke highly of captain Lionel Messi, highlighting the veteran's extraordinary qualities. He explained that Messi's movement during matches has remained almost unchanged over the years. In his opinion, the important difference is not whether Messi runs more or less, but that he has become even more decisive in crucial moments. He added that the entire team contributes to creating the best conditions for him, while an excellent physical preparation program has allowed Messi to reach the level required for this tournament. Scaloni continued by saying that Messi always gives everything he has on the field. Whenever he senses an opportunity to threaten the opposition's goal, he transforms into an unstoppable force. He admitted that this doesn't surprise those who know Messi personally, although it may amaze people who only watch him from a distance. As long as Messi keeps his desire and motivation alive, Scaloni believes he will continue to be the best player in the world. Watching him train every day only reinforces that belief. He even reflected on what Messi produced at the age of 23, under Pep Guardiola at Barcelona, describing those performances as almost impossible to explain. For Scaloni, Messi will remain the best for as long as he chooses to continue playing. The Argentina coach later returned to discussing Spain, saying their performances have continued to improve with every match. He pointed to their impressive display against Belgium, while acknowledging that the current conditions have made football more difficult, especially because of the dry playing surface, which slows the movement of the ball, and the extreme heat caused by kickoff times around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Even so, he emphasized that Spain has stayed faithful to its footballing identity and style. He believes the upcoming challenge will be a true test that reveals the real level of both teams, adding that Spain remains one of the most dangerous opponents in the tournament and hardly needs anyone else to confirm its quality. Scaloni also reflected on Argentina's dramatic victory over Egypt, describing it as an unforgettable experience. He admitted he still struggles to find the right words for that match, because moments like that are not defined simply by winning. Everyone he spoke with afterward shared exactly the same feeling, an overwhelming emotion that was almost impossible to describe. He believes the atmosphere was made even more special because everyone understands this could be Lionel Messi's final World Cup, making the occasion truly unforgettable. When discussing Argentina's performances and the periods in which the team has looked less convincing, Scaloni insisted he remains satisfied overall. He believes the players continue creating chances and building attacks well, despite a few minor technical imperfections. He explained that every opponent now approaches Argentina as if it were the biggest match of their lives, making every game twice as difficult. Because of that, maintaining the same level of football shown during the Qatar World Cup in every single match is simply unrealistic. Scaloni also firmly rejected suggestions that Argentina has benefited from favorable refereeing. He pointed out that people have been making the same accusations ever since 1986 and argued that the narrative is nothing new. According to him, Argentina has always been one of the teams that attracts the greatest attention at World Cups. Naturally, many people would rather see them lose than lift the trophy again. Instead of allowing that negativity to affect the squad, he said the players have turned it into extra motivation. He went on to explain that with VAR now involved in every important decision, receiving special treatment from referees has become almost impossible. As an example, he mentioned the incident involving Lisandro Martinez, whose foot was stepped on before a goal was eventually ruled out, even though possession had never changed. Scaloni believes social media only magnifies these situations, causing every controversial moment to become much bigger than it actually is. He insisted there is no favoritism and argued that modern football makes it virtually impossible for officials to deliberately benefit one side. Scaloni concluded by responding to the statistic that places him among the coaches with the most World Cup victories. He admitted he wasn't even aware of the record, saying he only knew his total had reached 7 wins and assumed Carlos Bilardo was directly behind him, rather than comparing himself with legendary coaches. Scaloni said such discussions make him uncomfortable. For him, the only thing that matters is that every victory means Argentina continues moving forward, something he considers a tremendous source of pride. Switzerland's head coach, Murat Yakin, has expressed complete confidence that his side can challenge Argentina and earn a place in the World Cup semifinals. The Swiss manager welcomed the opportunity to face Lionel Messi and the defending world champions. He believes his players are capable of producing one of the biggest upsets of the tournament. Ahead of Saturday's quarterfinal, Yakin explained that Argentina's last 2 matches had shown they were not without weaknesses. Because of that, he believes his squad is fully prepared for the challenge that awaits them. He described the occasion as an enormous moment for Swiss football, saying there is hardly a bigger stage for a nation like Switzerland than competing against Argentina in a World Cup quarterfinal. Switzerland's confidence has grown from Argentina's difficult path through the knockout rounds. The South American champions needed extra time to edge tournament debutants Cape Verde 3-2 in the round of 32, before producing a dramatic comeback from 2 goals down to defeat Egypt by the same score in the round of 16. Following Switzerland's 2-0 victory over Algeria and their penalty shootout triumph against Colombia in the previous knockout rounds, Yakin insisted that his players have shown they are capable of competing with the reigning world champions. Defender Manuel Akanji shared that same belief, making it clear that Switzerland has no intention of ending its journey here. According to him, the team has proven it can challenge any opponent in the competition and make life extremely difficult for whoever stands in its way. Switzerland has reached the World Cup quarterfinals for the first time in 72 years. Its previous appearance at this stage came when the country hosted the tournament in 1954. However, Captain Granit Xhaka made it clear that simply reaching the last 8 is not enough. He emphasized that the team's ambition has only grown stronger and said that every player must give absolutely everything if they hope to create an even greater chapter in Swiss football history. The previous World Cup meeting between Switzerland and Argentina came in 2014 during the round of 16. On that occasion, Argentina narrowly secured a 1-0 victory, thanks to an extra-time winner from Angel Di Maria after a decisive assist from Lionel Messi. This time, Switzerland's defense, led by Manuel Akanji, faces the enormous task of containing Messi once again. The Argentine captain has already scored 8 goals during the tournament, while Xhaka described him as one of the greatest footballers on the planet. Forward Zeki Amdouni also joked about the upcoming challenge on social media, saying that simply having the chance to play against Lionel Messi was enough to make him feel he could retire from football afterward. Despite the team's growing confidence, Switzerland has also received disappointing news. Forward Yohan Mbimusa, who has found the net 3 times during the tournament, is not expected to recover in time from the knee injury that also ruled him out of the match against Colombia. The tactical approach Yakin used successfully against Colombia delivered the desired result. But he recognizes that facing 3-time world champions Argentina will demand at least the same intensity, commitment, and belief. At the same time, the Swiss coach said he expects Argentina to treat Switzerland with the respect his players have earned through their performances throughout the competition. He began by saying that there were 2 subjects he wanted to address, and in his view, they could not be separated. The first concerned Lionel Messi's extraordinary display against Egypt, while the second focused on the accusations claiming Argentina had received outside assistance during the tournament. Starting with the match itself, he recalled that Argentina had been 2 goals behind against an Egyptian side that had competed with tremendous courage and deserved the respect of everyone watching. At that stage, the defending champions were only minutes away from suffering an unexpected elimination. Then, everything changed. According to him, it was exactly in that decisive moment, when pressure exposes every player's true character, that Lionel Messi stepped forward and completely transformed the game. He described it as astonishing that a 39-year-old footballer could carry an entire national team during the most demanding stage of the tournament. At an age when most players struggle to perform under such enormous pressure, he went on to explain that after following football for many decades and witnessing countless legendary players throughout different generations, he had never seen anything quite like this. Watching a player of Messi's age lead the tournament's scoring chart with 8 goals, ahead of stars like Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland, while they are still in the prime of their careers, was something he considered unprecedented in football history. He said this achievement deserved to be viewed in its proper context. A striker approaching his 40s, outperforming the finest young forwards in the world on football's biggest stage, is, by itself, an accomplishment worthy of being studied for generations. Beyond the sporting achievement, he believes it represents a lesson in determination, discipline, and genuine love for football. Turning to the second issue, he admitted this was the subject that truly compelled him to speak openly. He referred to the growing claims suggesting Argentina had benefited from outside assistance, and that Messi was somehow receiving special treatment to make his path through the competition easier. He rejected those accusations completely, saying they lacked both logic and evidence. In his opinion, anyone making those claims either failed to watch the match properly or simply refused to acknowledge what had actually happened on the field. He argued that, throughout his entire career, Messi has never depended on favors from anyone. Instead, he has always been the player capable of deciding matches through his own talent, intelligence, and determination. That, he said, is exactly what the football world witnessed against Egypt, just as it has witnessed throughout the last 2 decades. When a team comes back from 2 goals down because one player refuses to accept defeat, he explained, there is no need to search for conspiracy theories. The answer is already visible on the pitch. A footballer of historic quality simply took control of the match and rescued his team once again, just as he has done countless times before. He added that suggesting Messi requires outside help only diminishes the value of everything he has accomplished and underestimates the understanding of people who genuinely appreciate football. According to him, every major success in Messi's career has been earned through extraordinary ability and relentless dedication, never through unfair advantages. He continued by saying that anyone who believes the greatest player in football history still needs assistance to influence a match, has completely misunderstood the level at which Messi performs. Speaking as someone who truly loves the sport, he emphasized that football should always be judged fairly. Discussing refereeing decisions is perfectly acceptable, and every team has the right to question controversial moments or submit official complaints through the appropriate channels. That, he said, is a normal and healthy part of the game. However, he stressed that criticizing an individual refereeing decision is very different from promoting a broad conspiracy theory involving an entire national team or a specific player. In his view, making that leap only damages the credibility of football discussions and weakens legitimate complaints that may arise in the future. He also pointed out that conspiracy theories have always existed in football and are unlikely to disappear. Every major tournament and every high-pressure match produces people searching for external explanations rather than accepting what happened on the field. The greater problem, he argued, is that these narratives take credit away from players who have earned their achievements through hard work and sacrifice. He also praised Egypt for its outstanding campaign, saying the team reached a historic stage and deserved admiration from football supporters around the world. He acknowledged the heartbreak experienced by Egyptian fans after losing such a dramatic match, insisting that their disappointment was completely understandable. Even so, he maintained that the truth should be recognized honestly. Egypt was not defeated by a conspiracy. It was beaten by an exceptional footballer who chose that night to produce something extraordinary. He concluded by saying that Messi, at the age of 39, continues to teach the football world what true greatness really means. According to him, the Argentine captain proves that genuine passion can overcome the limitations of age, and that unwavering determination can accomplish what many people believe to be impossible. He insisted once more that Messi has never depended on anyone else's help throughout his career. Everything he has achieved has come from remarkable natural talent, tireless work, and a passion for football that has never faded, regardless of how many years have passed. He finished by saying that players, coaches, supporters, and even opponents all recognize Messi's greatness because they witness it firsthand. Anyone who still refuses to see it is not facing a problem with Messi, but with their own willingness to accept what is happening before their eyes. Football, he concluded, is fortunate to experience a player of this caliber during the present era, and everyone should appreciate that greatness instead of searching for distorted explanations for something that is plainly visible on the pitch.